monitoring and evaluation was done at a very low-key level.
So most people would like it, isn't it?
Yes, and it was pretty much looking at whether things needed to be done on annual reviews and then 6-month reviews from the befriending services point of view. But it wasn't actually getting much in the way of feedback on the impact of the support on the individuals, the families, and also on the volunteers, and we felt that we really were missing a trick in the sense of that's what we're about. We're trying to support people to help them effectively move on, whether that be through our volunteers and moving on to different career paths, or looking for families to move on, and so they don't need us anymore. So almost a step-by-step walkthrough guide was offered through the training course that allowed our team member then to come back and start writing our story, that led us to agree with the team what the outcomes were that we were hoping to gain for volunteers and for the families themselves. So yeah, lots of work with the team, and lots of work of sitting down and lots of conversations about how will this fit into what I do in a day-to-day.
Yes.
Because the issue was, is this going to be more work? And actually, we were fortunate enough, because reviews were already conducted as part of the befriending match. The transport was already in place. All we were doing was just changing the mode of transport, if you like, and we were able to add on and piggyback onto what was already been in place and pull the two together. So you've got we still go ahead and we have the written narrative of the questions, but the self-assessment backs that up. The toolkit that we decided to use as a result of the training was looking at a variation of matrix scales, but it was the evaluation wheel, which is something that was visual, was what we were mindful of. We are supporting people with different learning styles and literacy and numeracy skills, so we wanted something that was a visual that people could connect with, and then a narrative could be added onto that. So that seemed like a really good tool to use, and something that could be taken out at every review. So we're visualising their journey that they've said, and able to have the narrative and say, well, you were scoring yourself a 2 last time I seen you, but now you're scoring yourself a 3, and so what's been the significant change and what's your learning? So you're getting that dialogue going with the individual families all the time, and it's showing them actually, well, actually I can do that. With the change in sticking to quarterly reviews, we were allowed to then refocus the match and implement a support plan system that was backed up by the evaluation wheels, agreeing what the outcomes were for the organisation, but allowing families and volunteers to set their own outcome, which I think was really important, something that they defined for themselves, that they sought out from the beginning that they wanted to change. And allow us in our role to facilitate that change through offering the support to the volunteers. Within the first 6 months, for certain families and volunteers, because they'd done the evaluation wheels at the predisposed times, we were able to measure and get a result and track change that into figures that backs up what we were trying to say all along, and that's proved crucial, especially for funding applications in this current climate. Rather than having outcomes predisposed on us by other funders, we're actually able to say, well, this is actually what we'll be able to achieve, and this is the evidence we've got to support that and show them. So that has really swung a few funding applications for us, and it's making it, for me, I think it's making it real. It's not just 86% of people are feeling that they've improved on their mental health. We're actually able to say, okay, and a proportion of those are living in Midlothian, and this is the reason for that. So it's separating the figures and being able to break that right down and give a real story, but also, like I said, track an individual's journey with us.
Looking
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. I feel that we are in a really strong position moving forward to the current financial status that the voluntary sectors as well as the public sector is facing. We've done all we can, and we've got the evidence now, a year's worth of evidence to support what we're about, and to back up actually this is the impact that support can have. Our families benefit this way, and our volunteers can benefit for themselves in this particular area as well. So it's without a question. And also I think it's been good for members of the team to be able to say, actually, well, that was a good match. I facilitated that match and supported that match, and look how far that volunteer has come, and look how far that family has come. And that's what we're all about as well. There has to be elements of trying to get some job satisfaction, and that's not to say that it wasn't there, because it's always been there, but it's something that's really tangible, and you're able to have that conversation. But a year down the line, or nearly a year down the line, then those conversations of, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this, it's part of the working week now.